GM everyone, this is Nomad Viray and I'm back again for another episode of the Nomads podcast. So our special guest for today is the CEO and co-founder of the Arc of Dreams. So please welcome to the show, Mr. Nicco Viray.
Hi everyone. Nico here, the CEO and co-founder of Arc of Dreams. In my community, I'm more known as the Asian cutie. I think you guys know why. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's a great introduction. All right, Asian cutie, huh?
Yeah, that's my
Or
personal
LFG.
branding and that's my community branding.
Yeah. And also, I want to say hello to all of our subscribers and viewers who are tuning in to our podcast right now. So, we will be learning more from Nicco on what Arc of Dreams is all about, especially for those of you who just heard it for the first time or you're curious about it. So, it's your chance right now to learn from Nicco. So, are we all set?
Yeah,
All right. So, Nicco, could you tell us a bit more about yourself and explain a bit on what Arc Dreams is all about?
yeah. So as mentioned earlier, I'm one of the co-founders of Arc of Dreams. Currently, I'm the CEO of the project, spearheading all the initiatives and partnerships that we're having, as well as making sure that our community is well informed, well updated on what's happening with the project. So, with regards to what we do here in Arc of Dreams, it's basically what we do is we connect or we act as a bridge between that connection from the real world to the digital world or virtual world, which we call the metaverse, right? And Arc of Dreams is a gaming platform that's backed by NFTs that provides our community and our holders real world utility.
Okay, so thanks for that wonderful introduction, about yourself and about Arc of Dreams. The first time that I've heard about Arc of Dreams, Nicco, is through Rain Luna of the Filipinas
Yeah.
NFT. Since we are building a Web3 Cebu. So Rain, shout out to you, by the way.
Shout out Rain.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
Yeah. She's an amazing person.
Yeah, indeed. All right. So, and also I've visited your booth, Arc of Dreams, in the Philippine Blockchain Week 2022, especially that basketball player Mark Pingris is there. So, yeah. Yeah, it was great, by the way. And also, yeah, I saw some of your gameplay videos. How
Yeah.
do we play that game? So yeah, it's really amazing. But I am so curious on how it really works. But before that, before you got into this project called the Arc of Dreams, Nicco, could you share your story on how you got introduced to the crypto and Web3 space for the first time, and what made you decide to pursue it?
Okay. Um, I don't really have that much of a long experience with it with regards to cryptocurrency. That I'm being very honest. I started as a trader. I was trading in Binance. I was buying different kinds of tokens, and I was just monitoring the whole performance of the market, knowing when's the right time for me to buy out my investment, right? Because it all started during the pandemic, right? It I was looking for ways to diversify my portfolio, and the funny thing is I've been hearing all about Bitcoin cryptocurrency since 20 2014, if I remember correctly. And at that time, I was in a way neglecting, or I wasn't really giving it much thought, right? I was still that traditional, wanting to, if I wanted to diversify my portfolio, I was more of that traditional guy. I wanted on stocks, I wanted on real estate, right? And never did I bother to really do my research or study more about what Bitcoin was, or what this concept of cryptocurrency is. And then Few years came by, and then pandemic, and then I heard news about the value of Bitcoin, and then it made me remember Bitcoin wasn't this amount. If I remember correctly, when I started trading, the value of Bitcoin was around its peak, right? And then from what I remember, back then in 2015, Bitcoin was very low. So when I heard about the value of Bitcoin during the pandemic, I was quite surprised, and that initiated my the start of my journey in trading crypto. Right, I saw that okay, maybe this is a new space, this is a new opportunity. Maybe instead of ignoring it, maybe it's time for me to study it. And then when I studied the whole cryptocurrency, I traded. I started my trading journey, but it had to cut short. I only traded crypto for around 6 months, right? So it was just a very short journey because I had to start focusing on my web two career, right? And that's when I started in venture capital. I started off as honestly as a sales, and I moved into project management. Then eventually uh, becoming one of the executives. Currently, I'm the CEO of our venture capital firm. And then yeah, that's how I started my whole journey in crypto. It started off with me trading cryptocurrency, and then around 2021, Axie started to happen. NFTs started to pop off, right? Really, really create noise within the market, and I got so curious to the point that I invested in myself in trying out crypto. Sorry, not crypto. In trying out Axie as a first NFT based play to earn. And when I understood the concept of Axie, the child in me, the gamer in me, lit up. It was so crazy because ever since I was young, I loved to play games. I was always that kid in a computer shop in front of a computer playing for hours and hours and hours, right? And when I saw the opportunity that all I have to do is play the game, earn SLP, exchange, and I get money, that was the dream. So I started off as a honestly I was a scholar from a friend because I wanted to try it out. And then when I really understood, and then that's the time I started to invest on my own Axie, right? And then of course the hype was all there, the craze, the news about Axie uh, came out, and then more people got invested, more people really engage themselves in play to earn platforms, and a lot more games started to come out because of Axie. Then that's when I started to remember one of my favorite subjects in high school. I had economics, as a subject in high school, and it made me remember the law of supply and demand. And then that's when I started to realize the hype, the craze about, or the value of um, the token of SLP. It's not really going to be uh, that stable. It's not going to last, right? It's never going up. It's eventually it's going down. And then that's when my fellow co-founders and I started to throw in crazy ideas, right? What if we put up a Web3 project? Or what if we start our own play to earn, right? But it's not like Axie. What if we put in there activities that's very replicated, that's in a way replicating what you do in the real world? What if in our platform, no, don't not only do they have to specifically play the game, but what if there's a way we can put in videos or workouts or dating, those crazy concepts. And then it took us around 3, 4 months to conceptualize, throwing each other crazy ideas, and then pulling people that we think could be part of the project that could help us start it. And then eventually, all the idea from all the crazy ideas that we were throwing, pitching to each other, we started to pick one by one which made sense, which connected everything, that gave us a purpose, right? Because with our project, one thing that we are trying to solve is that instability. We want to provide a platform where everyone uh, can get something in return that's very stable in value. Hence the reason why we're one of the pioneer projects to actually uh, introduce real world utility, right? And real world benefits. It's because of that movement that we want to create. We want to provide players within the community something more sustainable, something that's going to even help them attain or achieve their dreams, or even relive those missed opportunities to have a better life. It sounds very cheesy, but it's very true. That's it. I hope I answered it properly.
Wow, that was very long, but it was an
Yeah.
interesting story that you have because honestly, I can relate to you, bro, because just like you, I am a gamer by heart. Ever
Yeah.
since the Nintendo days, I am
Ah,
addicted to playing computer games. That
yeah,
is why
bro.
I skipped classes a lot. I skipped classes, even in college. It took me
Yes.
like it took me like 6.5 years to graduate. The average year should be 4, but it took me like 6.5 years. I even almost got kicked out twice because not because of my attitude, but my grades. There is even a semester that out of 11 subjects, only 3 of them that I have passed is because of my addiction to the computer games. Yeah, I can relate. And also another thing that I'm related to is that we're also the same that got introduced to Bitcoin 2014. 2014. That's where it was like February 2014, and then I ignored it because I really don't understand. The price that time of Bitcoin was under $600 that time. But I totally didn't understand about Bitcoin, and I thought that it was a scam because I just listened to the naysayers out there. So that's why I ignored it for like more than 3 years until I got back into Bitcoin in 2017 because Bitcoin reached $10,000 for the first time. And then I learned about airdrops or something like that. And fast forward to today. So here we are now. Web3 is dominating right now. Web3 is trending. So yeah, it was great for you to share to us, about your story. It's really an interesting one, by the way, Nicco. Okay, and also speaking of the Arc of Dreams, now what is the real reason behind the name Arc of Dreams? Like, why you guys have decided to choose this name for your project?
You know what? That's one of my favorite uh stories to tell, right? Before we dive in to the name Arc of Dreams, I want to share to everyone what our project was initially called. It had a very, very localized branding specifically for the Philippine market, right? Our project before was Meta Bayan.
Oh,
Yeah. So
awesome.
that was the first name of what we called our project, Meta Bayan. It's a platform that is in a way replicating your life. that's going to help you achieve your dreams, your goals. That's it. That's going to be your platform, right? That's for us because it's one way we can uplift our fellow citizens, right? Our fellow Filipinos. And then a few months after the team, if around from the time we introduced Metabayan, it took us around 2 3 months to really realize that what we're creating is something. The platform that we're creating is something that's not just limited specifically here to the country. We heard all about the stories that if you're a Filipino project, um, foreign uh, members of the Web3 space would neglect you, wouldn't even care a thing about you, right? But we never faltered. We never cared about that because we know to ourselves that what we're creating, it's something that's very impactful. It's really going to help a lot of people, right? So we decided to rebrand, and eventually we came up with Arc of Dreams. The reason behind why Arc of Dreams, again, going back to my previous statement, we wanted to be that platform to help our community, to help our users achieve their dreams. We want to be that vehicle. And that vehicle is what we call the Arc. Hence the name Arc of Dreams. Because Arc of Dreams will be that vehicle, will be that platform in helping you achieve your dreams. It may be through AOD, or it may be because of AOD, a lot of opportunities open itself for you.
Awesome. Okay. So now we know what is the origin behind it in the Arc of Dreams. So I've heard Metabayan, right? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Metabayan.
that
It
is
was a
re-
very Filipino-based project, honestly. And then
mm,
when we realized that we can expand and tap international waters, eventually we shifted.
that really makes sense. It's kind of a cool name though. Yeah, but I'm just happy that you settled it for Arc of Dreams. So yeah, let's look forward to that. By the way, you know, um, for my next question, Nico, could you share about the mission, the vision, and the core values of the Arc of Dreams?
Okay, so let's start with the vision of Arc of Dreams. Right? The vision of Arc of Dreams, basically, it's allowing our players to wake up one day, do the things that they do normally on a regular basis, and yet they get rewarded. We want our community to feel like they're winning, they're gaining something out of no matter how big or how small that they do. That's ultimately contributing to your goal, to your dreams. It's becoming that stepping stone. Everything that you do, everything that you do, you win, and every time you win, you feel like you're accomplishing more. You're doing things right, and hence the vision why we're doing Arc of Dreams, why the platform is about to launch, and why we're here, right? The mission of Arc of Dreams is to be that leading platform, that to be that leading rewards gaming metaverse platform in the Web3 space that's going to allow an equal level of opportunity for everyone. No bias, no nothing. Everything is equal for everyone. The core values. I love the core values of what we have for the project. So first and foremost, our first value is impact over profit. Again, with Arc of Dreams, what we're after is to uplift everyone, allow everyone to have that sense of ownership, have that something stable in their lives, and then eventually profit will follow. what we prioritize first is really helping people rather than making profit out of it. Because eventually, when you get to help a lot of people, the money will come in. So for us, it's always about creating impact first. Next is we're very crazy people, and we adapt fast. So another core value that we have is we love to fail fast, fail forward. It basically means that we believe in progress that came from action. It means you're doing something. That's why you're also at the same time failing a lot. But the way you're failing is not not behind. It's not stopping you, but you're moving forward while you fail, because it's allowing everyone to learn from everything, whether it's right or wrong, and make sure that it's something that people won't have to go through. Right. Another is limitless empowerment. We want to focus on how everything can be done without any limitation from our platform. And we just really want to make it happen. No matter how crazy the idea is, no matter how difficult it may be, you want to make it happen. Abundance, another core is abundance over scarcity. We are the platform itself, when you interact, when you play the game, once the moment you've logged in, you are winning. You are earning something inside the game and in the real. So the mentality is abundance. We want to be giving to everyone, and we don't want to limit what we want to give to you. And we don't want to limit what you earn from us. We want to keep on giving. And then we have the unique and immersive experience. We want to introduce a lot of concepts, a lot of models, and opportunities for our players to benefit, to earn. Right? That every time that they're doing something, it's very different and it stands out the most. That will keep them engaged. And lastly, for last core value, it's relationships over transactions. We want to make sure that we have a good, healthy relationship with all of our stakeholders, with all of our partners. And when I say everyone, it means to every member of the community, every member of our partners, everyone in Web3. We want to have that healthy relationship with everyone, wherein we're all helping each other. We're all working together inside the project. No one is limited or bounded by myself or herself or himself or yourself. Everyone is together. We're one, not separate. It's a we.
Great core values that you have shared to us, especially the fact that I agree with you, regarding about failing fast, but we fail forward, right? So that's perspective 101. And also, I believe about we, not me, and, building good relationships. So yeah, that is truly proven, like no matter which project you have, as long you had a good relationship either with your development team or the community. So it really matters. We invest in building not just short term but long term relationships. So I like what you have mentioned here, regarding the core values. So thank you so much, Nicco. Okay, now this is an interesting question, by the way, for you. Most of the Web3 projects, end users like me, are already into Web3. So what I mean is that most of the customers of the Web3 projects are the Web3 people themselves. But that only represents less than 1% of the entire population. Now, my question for you, Nicco, is how would you attract the remaining 99%, which are the non Web3 users to get into Arc of Dreams and keeping them in the long run?
That's a very fantastic question, brother. Honestly, one thing that we're building two communities. The first community that we're building is the Web3 community of Arc of Dreams, right? Obviously. But the other community that we're building is a Web2 community. Those people that are hearing about crypto, about blockchain, about NFTs, and then we give them educational materials. We immerse them further in what's happening in Web3, and we educate them so that they get to really know more of what the space is all about. So that eventually, when they're ready to take that next step, they can further immerse themselves in other, either with Arc of Dreams or with other Web3 projects or even with our partners, right? We're building that community to contribute to the Web3 community as well, right? To help with the adoption. But in terms of how, it's really delivering that promise of the real world utility. Imagine through an NFT, get to own your own business, own a jewelry, own a plot of land, own a distribution business, right? Those crazy concepts, those crazy ideas are what we're offering and what we're really going to deliver. Right? We're not just going to deliver discounts. We're not just going to deliver merchandises or exclusive invites. That's the norm, right? We wanna deliver something different. That's something that especially the Web 2 or non-Web 3 community can really understand and appreciate. That, oh, because of an NFT, of a digital asset that helping me earn inside a game, I get to have something stable. I get to have my own business in the real world, right? It's that deliver of that promise and testimonies from everyone that have really uh, uh, engaged themselves with the platform of Arc of Dreams. It's for me that's the easiest and the most challenging way, like delivering the promise of the real world utility, and it's happened. Or sorry, rather, it's ready. It's about to happen. When we launch, people will see that connection.
Awesome. That's really great to hear. How do you attract the 99%, which represents the non-Web3 users out there, because it's really important. Because that's what I that's what I saw in one Facebook post from a guy that when he attended that Philippine Blockchain Week, it's just most of the projects they only target Web3 users, especially the so-called digital, the Anatoys collectivers, in which that T-shirt could be attached to an NFT. But the big question is, how can you attract non-Web3 users? So that's the thing. So yeah, it really makes sense, by the way, because in order for a project to go long term, it should be something that really solves the problem of a person, right? Which blockchain are you using for Arc of Dreams and why? And are you open to going multi-chain in the future?
I always get that question a lot. So we're starting off on the Polygon network, so Matic. The reason behind why we're starting with Polygon, it's really because of the affordable gas price. That's the main reason. To answer your question, if you're interested or open to being a multi-chain, yes. Again, we cannot be a metaverse platform if we're just bounded by a specific network. We want to make sure that our platform, no matter what network you're on, as long as you have an NFT, you can have that engagement with your asset, right? We're actually, I'm in talks with we partnered with different projects that has their own NFTs, and they're also on other networks that our whole dev team is currently studying how to make the possibility of the connect between the multi-chain, because we want to bring over their NFTs into our platform and be a playable character, a playable avatar, bringing them more experience, or having that more interaction, not just an art being in their digital wallet, or acting as their own profile picture, giving them that added value experience for NFT holders. So definitely, yes, we are open, we're studying, and we're finding ways how we can get that happen, or how we can make it happen.
Awesome. Okay, so at least we've learned from you on being open to go multi-chain in the future. Because right now you guys are in Polygon. I kind of actually agree with you because Polygon, in my experience, the fees are very cheap as of the moment. This is another interesting question, by the way, Nico. Okay, most of the Filipinos, aka Pinoys, assume that any Filipino owned or led Web3 project are scammers because of those Pinoy owned rug pull projects in the past. Now, Nico, how would you deal with this situation, and in what way would you and your team gonna enlighten them?
Honestly, for me, no matter what a success we may achieve, there will always be haters, right? That's something that I've come to accept. But in terms of dealing or making sure that we're not a rug pull project, right? Especially give that impression to the public. One thing that I'm really focusing on is to, or at least a good verification process. I know it's something that's being done, but what we're doing is we really partner with credible and known, or advocates of certain Web3 projects. We partner with different communities. We want to make sure that we're giving them the right credentials and documentations, certifying ourselves. Besides being the whole team being a docs team, I know it's not much of a big help, but yeah, um, we collaborate. We make sure that we're out there, right? We do not limit our interaction or our image to be just on a specific platform, or just really all about the project. We really want to be immersed. We resonate with collaboration, working with other projects, especially with other fellow Filipino founders, right? And at the same time, at the end of the day, to address all those haters, to address all those people thinking that it's going to be a rug pull project. At the end of the day, it's all about delivering what you promised to your community. Deliver, and I know, and my whole team knows that what our promise is. It's a very big promise, but we're making it happen. If it's not gonna be from partners, it's going to be from us personally, from our own Web2 company. We're even the ones investing on our own, right? As much as possible, we involve the people that should be involved.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, because, despite all of these challenges, you guys keep to continue and try to prove them that you guys are really making a difference because, it's all about trying to be open-minded. Like, because most of them who are saying that Filipino-led projects are scams, either they are being uninformed or misinformed. So it's all about trying to re-educate them. So that's what we do in the Web3 space, because until now there's still lots of people in the non-Web3 space who are still thinking that our industry is kind of like this and like that. So yeah, it's all about education. That is always the first step, and trying to open their minds because there are already successful Filipino led projects, like Only, for example. I saw their mural, that kind of big wall, and also
It
there are
was an
startups.
amazing experience. I was there. Oh my god. Shout out Isma. Shout out only. Starbucks Labs. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Lay.
Shout out to you, Isma. Hope to see you again, bro. Yeah, and also there are other startups like Spark Tech or something like that. Yeah. So it's all about not being one-sided only. It's all about being open-minded, trying to take a look at the good side of it. Anyways, let's move on to our next question. On this day, Nico, what are your main priorities for Arc of Dreams to gain massive adoption in the Web3 space right here in the Philippines?
One of our priorities is really community building. So we want to make sure that what we're creating is something that the community is really involved in, right? And we're making certain initiatives and that could really help educate, give awareness, especially specifically for the Web2 community that we're building. And for the Web3 community that we have, it's more of that involvement, right? Getting them heard and really contribute to the project. Because again, it's not our project, it's their project. It's not for us, it's for them. Right? So we want to make sure that everything that we're doing, it's something that it's really for them, for their interests. Besides community building and education, one thing that we're also doing is on more of the B2B side. Right? We're developing the right platforms for our brand partners so that whenever they onboard, they partner with us, the engagement or the adoption for their own initiatives being promoted inside the game is there. Right, we're working heavily on partnerships. Right, we've uh, closed a lot of big brands. And you're familiar with some of the brands, Jeff. But
Yeah.
yeah, so we're also working on the partnerships, making sure that we have a lot of especially for the marketplace, we have a lot of merchants onboarded, so that there's a lot of interaction between the community to really enjoy all of the holders to really enjoy, right? And then besides the community building and education and the partnerships that we're working, it's really making sure that the whole platform is very stable and secure. So that we're considering whole cybersecurity, we're considering all of the servers that we have to put up and the security measurements that we have to make sure that's in place so that the platform will be a very safe environment for the people to interact with. So those are the priorities now of Arc of Dreams.
Okay. That's really great to hear, about your main priorities, for gaining massive adoption right here in the Philippines, especially in the Web3 space. Okay. Now, for my next question, could you share at least a few of your notable achievements that Arc of Dreams have from the beginning until now?
My favorite achievement, hmm, of the my favorite achievement of Arc of Dreams, it's really being able uh to stand by our one of our core values, which is limitless uh, experience. So going back, we're really creating ways. So not just will Arc of Dreams be a gaming platform, but we're developing more also on the back end. And we've tested the augmented reality services, and some of our brand partners are actually wanting to have that augmented reality in their own establishments. So imagine if you're on your phone, you open the Arc of Dreams, the system detects that you're in a partner's establishment. You open your camera, it's a whole completely different setting. That while you're just roaming around, you get to do a lot of things through your phone because what you're seeing on your phone or from your camera is completely different from what you're really seeing in the real world, right? But besides that, it's really more of the brands that we've onboarded, right? And especially the notable brands, big brands here in the Philippines and in Asia. And at the same time, it's the partnerships that we've established and the projects that we're supporting in the Web3 space. So we have multiple project partners that we're really making sure that we get to help their initiatives and vice versa. It's really creating that healthy community for the whole Web3 space and everyone's community as well.
I mean, that's great to hear, about some of the notable achievements that you have shared right here, for those who are tuning into our podcast right now. Wow. I mean, that's really great, especially the partners that you have mentioned. And okay, now for the next question, Nico, how do you assess the current market situation right now? And you think Arc of Dreams could survive regardless of the past and the recent challenges, uncertain market conditions, and so on?
Um, well, honestly, with the current market, there's good indicators that we're about to hit the bull run, right? But if in terms of survivability of the platform, yes, we will. No matter how bad the market would be, no matter how great the market would be, well, Arc of Dreams will definitely be a platform that will survive because again, what we're preaching is really more of not we don't want our players to solely rely on the value of our tokens, right? Or the value of Arc of Dreams. That's why we're introducing them real world utility for physical ownership as well. Real world ownership, not just digital ownership. Because again, we want to be that platform that provides you something stable, something in the middle, that no matter what happens, come a big bull run or a winter bear market, you'll only see it as a big bonus or a charge to experience loss. Because you know to yourself, you have real world assets that's able to provide you a sustainable lifestyle or a stable lifestyle, not just for you, but even for your family. And it ultimately is going to open more and more doors for everyone. So in terms of survivability, yes, I'm definitely and very confident with our companies. We will definitely survive, no matter what the market condition may be.
I think that's really great, to hear from you that no matter no matter if we are going bearish, bullish, or even kangarooish, yeah, you guys are here to stay in the long run because I remember what you said to me when we met last time at the Draper Starter House, after that meet of first event. You said that the best time to build is when things are going quiet.
Yep.
I think I remember that. I remember that.
This is the
Yes.
perfect opportunity to really build because for us, again, we're impact over profit, relationships over transactions. And for us to really prove ourselves that we're not really after profit. We're building in a market that we're building in a condition where the whole market is down. Everyone is getting out of crypto. Not everyone, a lot of people are getting out of crypto, going back to Web2, and they're just waiting for the bull run to happen again so that they can come back. Right? For us, we're not those. We're really building. True builders. It's something that the whole builders in the Web3 space resonate during the worst market condition is where the true builders will show themselves because they don't care about the market condition. They care about delivering to their community and making sure that the promises are fulfilled.
Yes, I really agree with you on that because I can relate to you when I started building this YouTube channel. It was 2018 where we had this great Bitcoin crash. From 20K down to 3K, but I just kept building, and here we are. You're right about that. This is something that only a handful of us would really understand. You know, regarding how can we keep doing this despite the uncertainties. So yeah, let's look forward to it. By the way, Now, for my last question to you, could you give us some reasons, Nico, on why we should not miss out on this opportunity regarding Arc of Dreams?
Well, if you want to miss out on owning real world values that's within arm's length or within your reach, and if you want to miss out on that, okay. But if you want to do something that's going to really help you change your life, or at least kickstart that journey and a platform that will guide you, then don't miss out. Not just because we have limited collections, we have a limited number for each collection that we're going to put out, but because you're one of the people that's been looking for a long, long time now for an opportunity that you could um, in a way kickstart that journey into having a better lifestyle or into having a better life overall, something that you want to provide for the long term, or you want to benefit for the long term, not just for you but for the people around you, for the people that you care the most, the people that you value. If you're one of those people, go ahead, you are more than welcome to be in our platform. Stay tuned for our launch. We're giving out a lot. That's all for the game of the day.
All right, so you guys heard it from Nico on why we should not miss out on this opportunity regarding Arc of Dreams. All right, so before we wrap this up, Nico, do you have some parting words for our subscribers and viewers who are tuning into our podcast right now?
Well, I'll do the traditional plugins. So to everyone listening to our podcast right now, um, and everyone interested to know more about what Arc of Dreams is all about, visit our website at www.arcofdreams.io. Give us a follow on our social, on our Twitter. Uh, uh, it's twitter.com slash at Arc of Dreams. Uh, and be part of the community. If you're a listener that's not yet involved in Web3 but you want to know more, join our Web2 community. We're doing a lot of education. We're releasing a lot of initiatives to really help you enlighten you in what the Web3 is all about. Not specifically about what Arc of Dreams is, but the whole industry, the whole space, right? And then that's when you decide if you really want to continue with the Web3 and you want to dip your toes more, then we'll introduce you to the whole projects, right? That's involved in the Web3 space. That's contributing to the whole space. Right? Join our Twitter, join our Telegram at Arc of Dreams as well. Uh, uh, yeah, I highly encourage everyone, if you go to our website, read our white paper, get to know who the people are behind Arc of Dreams and what's that ultimate promise of the real world utility of you winning every day in everything that you do in your life, right? So again, thanks for that. If ever you see me in public, I'm always out. Don't be shy to say hi. I'm Asian Curie. I love my branding, bro. Stay tuned to our release for the game and for the marketplace. Stay tuned for possible future airdrops and giveaways for our NFTs so that you can have a better engagement and interaction with the platform of Arc of Dreams. That's it, bro. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
All right, let's look forward to it. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the co-founder and CEO of the Arc of Dreams, Mr. Nicco Viray. So once again, Nicco, thank you so much for being here on this episode of the Nomads podcast. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff, for having me. It was such a wonderful experience.
All
Thank you,
right.
thank
And also, I would like to say thank you also to our subscribers and viewers who are tuning in to our podcast with Nicco Viray, the co-founder and CEO of the Arc of Dreams. So once again, if you would like to dig deeper about it, so I provided all the source links right here on the video description. Okay. And one more thing, guys, I would like to invite you all to smash the subscribe button, hit like, and turn on the notification bell for more videos, podcasts, AMAs, and more. So, from my freaking home studio, this is Nomad Fury, and I'll see you all again next time. Thank you all for watching.